Mixture of pride and disappointment in that performance?
Yeah, it was probably a bit of both. That we did a fair bit right. We had more inside 50s. A couple of things probably during the course of the game was we probably didn't capitalise enough in that second quarter. And to their credit, their second half, they really had they had some really good pressure around the footy, and we suffered a little bit from the repeats. We needed to be able to find an uncontested mark and get the ball moving from that perspective. But I thought it showed great character in the last quarter to come at it, hit the front. In a long day that we've had, to be able to come out and have a real crack in that last term and hit the front, would have been great to be able to hang on. But to their credit, they were a bit too good.
John, if you could live those last 5 minutes again, is there something in particular you think that your team needed to do that didn't happen?
More just so I think we just had some basic skill errors that probably let us down a little bit. We needed to probably kick the ball a little bit more and just had some basic skill errors that let us down a bit.
The big matchups you set up, what did you ask of Hayward today, particularly against Aaliyah?
Oh, just as it played out was to we're obviously aware what sort of dangerous player Aaliyah is. He's a very good intercept marker, but we thought that Will did a good job. We got a couple early, but part of his role was to try and reduce the influence of Aaliyah in the air, and he did a good job there, and give us a chance right to the end to win it.
Can I just ask on the logistics of the day? I mean, how you handled that? How long did you spend in the indoor nets here at the Oval for a while, and how did you, I guess, keep the players engaged and mentally switched on and physically ready for a game of footy?
Yeah, I think it's we only got a couple of hours notice on Tuesday that we're out. Many players and staff members didn't get a chance to say goodbye to family or kids or partners. You just go and get on a plane and get out, and then we're locked down for the whole week. Couldn't go outside unless it was for training. I thought our boys handled it really well. Got up early this morning, left at 6:30 in the morning, and had a relaxing day. I thought our players handled that part of the game really well, and it's a real credit to them the way they come out and started the game and kept pushing and hit the front in the last quarter. Just think that the playing group was a terrific effort to do that, and would have been a great one to win.
John, how difficult was it to deal with Boak in the end?
Oh, I thought that he's a good player. I mean, the first half of Georgie did a really good job on him. He probably his second half was pretty good. That's what good players do. They keep going for the whole game, and he was pretty good in that second half. But Georgie did a pretty good job in the first half.
How did you see Buddy's game? John obviously looked like he was going to be the match winner for you late.
Yeah. Look, he was good. He gave us a target in our front half, and that's what we're after is that ability to be able to him to get through that 4 quarters and play and be a target. He's not the only one expected up there to provide a target, but he's certainly one tonight.
I mean, obviously next week's fixture has been released, but given the situation in Sydney with the July 9 lockdown, are you now prepared that you guys won't be back home until at least after that date?
At the moment, we're just, I guess that's what everyone's speculating. We can't go outside of, you wouldn't imagine we'd be back before that date. So we're just, we'll do what we need to do to prepare as best we can and train and make sure that we do our best for the competition as well. It's really important. There's been a few clubs that have had those challenges this year, and it's ours to be able to do now.
John, with the lockdown in Sydney, do you need to start preparing your players to maybe stay a little bit? Your stay in Melbourne might be a bit longer than the 2 weeks. Have you thought about that yet, or? Yeah,
I guess I just spoke about that then, Willie. It was something that we're probably be faced with at the moment. That's what we're that's a likely possibility. So we'll prepare as best we can and try and make sure the family that we left on Tuesday with a couple of hours' notice are all supported and get on with it. You know, we've got the West Coast this week, and it's another opportunity for us.
How did the team find out about the lockdown? I mean, were they sort of engaged with the news of the day leading into the game, or did they sort of turn their mind off it?
We only found out about it just before as we were entering the warm up. I'm not sure, we don't have an announcement or put it up on the telly, but you know, players go about it. They probably generally find out. You know, it is what it is. We feel for the people back in Sydney that are in their businesses, and the people that are doing it pretty tough.
John, how do you, obviously there's so much instability, I guess, and unknowns. How do you keep your players focused during this time?
We're really fortunate. We've got a good, experienced leadership group, and I thought that shone through tonight. Just focusing on what we can control. It's an old saying, but it's absolutely relevant in these times, and we roll with it. If there's, if it means we have to sleep in the cricket nets for 5 hours or fill some time in, or that's what we'll do. And I was really pleased with our players' attention to keep their focus on the task at hand. It was terrific, and we just didn't get the job done in the end, but we'll keep on having a crack, and that's all we can ask from your playing group, is to keep on having a crack no matter what hurdles are thrown up, is to keep on trying to step over them and take them in your stride.
John, do you have any thought on the report on Buddy Franklin?
I thought it was a free kick. That was my initial instinct. I didn't even know it was a report until someone mentioned the end.